Modifying structural elements once they're positioned is generally straightforward. To alter the type and shape of an existing element, you can utilize the Structure Edit button in the Modify panel on the ribbon menu, or select the beam and use the Edit Structure option in the right-click menu. You also have tools to cut, extend, and miter beams. In this session, we'll explore a few of these options. Open the file 03_04_ which brings us back to the small structure created in the previous video. Switch to the top view to see the structure in perspective. Working with Plant 3D, it's helpful to switch to parallel mode to avoid distorted navigation views. Select the view in the top left corner of the workspace and set it to parallel. Next, I'll change the view to Align Model to highlight the vertical beams. I'll rotate these beams 90 degrees by selecting one, going to Structure Edit, and adjusting the angle. A graphic preview will display the final position once OK is pressed, showing the beam has rotated. Another way to do this is by right-clicking and selecting Edit Structure, which leads to the same options. After rotating one beam, I'll apply the same process to the remaining beams by using AutoCAD to make these adjustments. I'll go ahead and select the remaining beams, open the Structure Edit, rotate them 90 degrees, and confirm with OK. You'll see they've all been updated. Now, let's activate the outline model and use the miter command. This command, found under the Cutting Tools, allows you to join two elements at a 45-degree angle. To do this, click and select two beams, creating a clean mitered joint at the corner. Next, I'll trim back some steel by adjusting the view to improve visibility. Under Cut, remember the order of selection matters. The first element chosen is the limiting member, and the second is the cut member. This order affects the outcome. We'll go ahead and trim these columns to align with our vertical or horizontal beams here. If you check the command line, it prompts for a limiting member, so I'll select this beam and choose which column to cut. I'll pick that one, and it'll trim according to the order we selected. I'll repeat the process, select the limiting member, trim the chosen column, and proceed around the whole layout. This also applies to the horizontals, so for the limiting member, I'll pick this beam and cut back the column accordingly. Note that this won't cope the joints, it'll just trim them back slightly. Let me rotate it around a little bit. We can see that we've made a few small adjustments to the structure here. Let's move to editing the grid. By right-clicking and choosing Edit Structure, I'll change a 20-foot grid interval to 30 feet. Take note that while the grid line has shifted, the steel has not moved along with it. We would then need to manually use AutoCAD to realign this shape back to the center line. In this instance, I won't be doing that. But I want to ensure you're aware that after making a grid adjustment, you'll also need to manually modify the steel accordingly. Editing steel elements in parallel mode simplifies the process. It's essential to manually adjust the steel as necessary following grid adjustments to ensure everything aligns as expected.